We don't want you to make the same mistake. So we're going to share with you in this video how to make sure the vehicle is still available before you drive an hour and a half and when a deposit makes sense.
That's right. I'm Phil Menzat.
And I'm Ryan Leverett. And this is Car Buying 101.
Ryan, how you doing?
I'm a little bit rattled, a little frazzled. So I had a customer come into the dealership today and just light me up.
Ooh, that's never happened before.
Up one side and down the other, yelling in the showroom because he was upset because he came over an hour and a half drive to look at a vehicle that I had sold yesterday.
Oh.
Apparently it was my fault.
Well, of course it's your fault. You probably took out his cell phone and he couldn't make any calls. Like, is the vehicle still there? The whole idea of this is to save you time and money, you know? And that's a lot of waste of time to drive somewhere to see a vehicle that's no longer available.
Absolutely. Listen, guys, when we sell a vehicle at a car dealership, it does take 36 to 48 hours.
Depending on their system, yeah.
Actually, 2 to 3 business days for it to come off the website, come off Marketplace, any of those other places where we advertise the vehicle. And if it's on a weekend or a long weekend, it could even be longer.
Yeah.
So before you drive an hour and a half, even 15 minutes, honestly, call ahead. Doesn't hurt. Pick up the phone, call ahead, make sure the vehicle's still available.
Right.
And it's not a bait and switch thing for dealerships. It's just simply technology.
Yep.
We have a third-party service that is a software company that provides us with the listings on our website. And when we tell them that a vehicle sold, they then take a bit of time for it to come off the website. So if you decide to drive a bunch of kilometers or miles to come see a vehicle that has been sold yesterday without calling ahead, kind of your fault.
It's a lot your fault.
It's a lot your fault. A simple phone call, a 30-second phone call could go a long way to make sure that you don't have a broken heart when you walk into the dealership and then rip me a new one. Make me feel bad when really you just could have called ahead. Yeah. And so what we want you guys to understand in this video is that you as a consumer going into a retail business, you are motivated by money and what you can get for your money. It's value for money, right?
It's everybody.
Most retail businesses, including car dealerships, are motivated by time and commitment. We want to move product as quickly as possible, and we will treat you a little more seriously if you are 100% committed to that product.
That's right.
So here's how to make this work for you. Let's say you're really interested, especially in a pre-owned vehicle. Let's take something really unique, something rare, like a Mustang that I currently have sitting on my dealership lot right now. It's a black on black Mustang GT Coupe, stick shift, Magna Ride suspension, Recaro seats, Bang & Olufsen sound system. It's a 4-year-old vehicle, but it's only got 8,000 kilometers because it's been driven locally by an older, gorgeous couple, one of one in Canada.
Yeah.
Okay. Before you come to the dealership to go see that vehicle, call ahead, make sure it's available, and make sure that you're serious about it if you're going to call ahead so that dealership can actually show it to you.
Yep.
And just know that if someone shows up before you and buys it,
that's the way it works.
That's the way it works. If you go to Best Buy, Costco, Walmart, any other retail business, and you're looking for a really specific product that you know is rare, and you happen to take a bunch of time to get there because for whatever reason, maybe you have legitimate excuses. You've got kids at home, you've got a job, and you just can't get there until later in the day or the next day, and you show up and that product is pre-sold. Do you actually have a right to rip the salesperson a new one just because you didn't get there in time?
Yeah.
Not really. Now, when is it okay to leave a deposit? So I had another customer call me and say, listen, I'm coming from out of town. And I appreciate that. I love doing out-of-town deals. I love making it easy for people to purchase vehicles out of town. It is 2026 after all. We can do that.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But he called and said, listen, would you hold it for me for a couple days? I'll give you a $500 deposit. And I was like,
different story.
Not really.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if I hold it for you for a couple of days, even if you give me a $500 deposit, there's no guarantee that you're actually going to show up.
There's that.
There's no guarantee that I'm going to be able to do the numbers that you want me to do, get you the deal on the vehicle, appraise your trade effectively. There's no guarantee that once you drive the vehicle, you're actually going to like it and want to buy it.
Yeah.
So what if someone else shows up a day before, does drive it, and wants it and buys it?
Yeah, it's a different story. But the thing is that even if you want to leave a deposit, it's a deposit is something you leave after you've driven the
Thank you
vehicle,
for saying that, Phil.
after you've
Thank you.
made sure it's the right vehicle for you. And for some reason, if you can't do the deal right there and then, but also too, it's pretty conditional. Like if somebody was to say, I need to talk to my wife or my husband, my spouse, my partner, I gotta make sure the dog fits in the trunk. And you
or the golf clubs. Not a dog.
But the point is then you say, okay, you have a deposit, but you have 24 hours to pull the
That's
pin.
right. Yeah.
There's not this, oh, well, like, where's this guy? He hasn't been here for 2 months. Does he want his money back? Like what? No, it's not like that. It's like 24 hours, 48 hours at the most for a deposit.
And in the last video, Phil, you mentioned taking your time so that you don't overspend on stupid stuff, right? Yeah. Fees and things that you don't need to spend extra money on. So it's not wrong to put time into the equation. Yep. But if you're going to do that, if you're going to put time into the equation and you're going to put a deposit in the vehicle, make sure you're committed.
But it's when I say time, I'm not talking about 16 weeks. I'm talking about 1 day. Yeah. 1 day, 2 at the most.
Yeah. And so the idea of leaving a deposit as like a courtesy hold deposit doesn't really exist anymore. Because again, if Phil comes into my dealership and wants to buy XYZ vehicle and then he vanishes.
And it happens all the time. Like you have to understand from our viewpoint, 80% of the people who say, oh, I'm going to be back, never come back.
That's so true.
And just because they leave a little bit of a deposit is like without, again, different. If you're ready to go to numbers, if you're ready to make a deal, if we're running your credit and you leave a deposit, that's a whole different story entirely. If you're just kind of wanting to hold it because you're thinking maybe it's the vehicle for you, one of my car managers used to always say, we're a car dealership, not a car museum. We don't keep them here for people to come and look at them. We keep them here to sell them.
So let's sell them.
Yeah.
So scenario A, someone calls into the dealership, which is your first recommendation, by the way. That's the first step that we're trying to get across the table to you, is if you're going to go look at a car at a dealership, especially if it's a pre-owned car, because it's probably one of one, call ahead and make sure it's still available. But scenario A says, I'm going to come there on Monday. Would you hold it for me for a couple days?
No.
The answer is probably going to be no. Scenario B is a customer that's already been there, test driven the vehicle. We've met them. We have a relationship. We've gone to numbers. And for whatever reason, there's something that they need to think about, another conversation they need to have with someone else, an accountant, their spouse, whoever.
That's a different
That's
story.
a little bit different story.
A whole different story.
So please understand that courtesy holds in dealerships don't really exist anymore. If you're going to be serious about buying a vehicle, especially a pre-owned vehicle that might be one of one, call ahead to make sure it's available. Then go down and see it. Go down and test drive it. Build a relationship with a salesperson where you have trust and understanding. Go to numbers. And if for whatever reason you need to step away for a second and put time into the equation, feel free to leave a deposit. They will probably accept it at that point in time. If you are driving a half an hour to go see a vehicle, call ahead, make sure it's available. If you're going to like book a ferry or drive multiple hours, call twice. If you're going to book a flight, call 3 times. Like, just please make sure that you're not like the guy that I just got berated by today that drove an hour and a half but didn't bother to call ahead to make sure that the vehicle was available and then was pissed off at me when I had to say, I'm sorry, sir, but I did sell it yesterday. That does happen. It's not my fault. That's how dealership works. And also keep in mind that as a salesperson currently working in a dealership, I've got multiple other sales people that I am competing with.
Yeah.
So if one of the other salespeople takes another customer that's ready to buy it today,
it's gone.
It's gone.
That's the way it's going.
Until you have bought the vehicle, it is not yours. That's the message for today.
All right. So like, share, and subscribe, and follow us for more car buying tips. Save you time and money.
Take care, guys. Take care.